All right. Hello, everyone, and now welcome to a game between Th000 versus TBCBM. Over here on the bottom left-hand side of the map, this is Last Refuge. We see Th000 spawning as the red human. Meanwhile, over here on the top right, we have TBCBM spawning as the blue undead. Undead versus human in this 1v1 matchup. Looking forward to how this game is going to be unfolding here, as it looks as though we are going to be seeing a quick crypt, altar of darkness, and it looks like the opening from the undead player will be ghouls. Over here on the bottom side of the map, we are taking a look, and Th000 opening up without an altar of elders yet. Oh, excuse me, altar of kings. Altar of kings being delayed. Anyone who has watched my cast knows that it is going to be, well, a tavern hero, and the question is, what tavern hero do you use when you're going up against the undead? That is a big question to have here as we see how everything is going to be unfolding. Let's go ahead and excuse me, take a look at how things will be breaking down. We can see that there is going to be some footmen being trained up as well. And, well, let's take a look at how everything will be, well, progressing nicely. Over here, back on the top right-hand side, graveyard, crypt. We should be seeing a couple of ghouls. You can see the tomb of relics being built in the back here. But what we really need to keep track of is the creep patterns and what strategies these players are trying to execute. Now, we know that human players generally like to creep early on, but with the Altar of Kings being delayed and it not being an Archmage, I am curious. Wait, no. Okay. He is delaying into a Mountain King? That is a little bit of a strange opening indeed. He did go for barracks first, which means that he may be trying to get more footmen out early. Getting more footmen out early allows him to perhaps creep with just the Mountain King. Water elementals normally take a lot of that damage. But what is also important about a Mountain King first strategy is that you're pretty much telling your opponent that you aren't going to be going for Archmage with a lot of casters. Now, Undead does have a lot of, well, strong units that are naturally in the repertoire for Undead, Crypt Fiends and Destroyers, both of those very powerful units and very strong against casters. So having, I take it back. The whole entire reason why there was a training was to try and show that, hey, I'm still training up here, and then he goes ahead and goes for a Panda first. Panda, Breath of Fire, goes down across multiple units. You see Bloodlust cast on multiple units here as the militia are now making their way back. Forest Troll Trappers will get taken down. Panda will be just shy of level 2. But what I am curious about, though, is how this Panda is going to, well, execute any particular strategy. What is the long-term strategy here as the Death Knight, excuse me, now going to be trying to make its way over? You saw that Breath of Fire. It does have a very, very large range and cone as the Death Knight now going to come across here. Is he going to be able to get the Death Coil off? Yes, he gets the experience. Beautiful steal right there as the Panda is a little bit behind once more. All right, Footman does need to get away, down to 143 hit points. Footman now looking to back off. The Panda is trying to get into position. Death Knight should be able to get off one more shot, but doesn't want to venture forth too far as the skeletal minions will now get taken down. Breath of Fire across multiple skeletal minions now as we're looking at this Footman at 120 hit points. Skeletal minions are dropping, only 3. We should see a Death Coil onto that Footman in just a second as the unit may try and back off there. Death Knight gonna get in position. What is happening? Skeletal minion back down to the south here, getting pressure onto that one poor peasant as all that peasant is trying to do is, well, work. More units coming across. Death Coil comes down, stops that unit there as we are now looking at Arcane Tower taking a bit of pressure. Now, with a Panda, though, any early ghoul pressure would just be pushed back. That is the reason why he went for a Panda first in this engagement here. I do not know if he has Drunken Haze or if he has Drunken Brawler. Drunken Haze, you are able to cast that across multiple units, getting them to miss their target and also slow as well. Then Breath of Fire on top of it does cause some damage over time burn. Footmen now making their way back across here. Peasants gonna go ahead, set up this expansion relatively early as the Panda does pick up a Staff of Teleportation. Now, Panda, is he going to be able to engage and finish off some of these units here? Death Knight now trying to get back as well. Footman going to go ahead and engage as the Death Knight still trying to head back. He is low on mana compared to the Panda's 140 mana as the Arcane Tower going to make short work of any skeletal minions that try to make their way in. Arcane Tower does do damage to summoned units, hence the reason why skeletal minions, spirit wolves, water elementals, all of those units just are absolutely afraid of them. As one low hit point peasant, what is going on here? The peasant, is that guy gonna go ahead and engage? Nope, not switching aggro, gonna miss that target again. So that is actually a little bit of additional micro needed, unable to get that final shot off. All right, continuing nice play there as we are looking at a Breath of Fire going across multiple units. Panda relatively low on mana, may be forced to use that replenishment potion. Does use it now, will get mana and hit points as he looks to back off. No Arcane Vault as of yet. Additional towers are being upgraded, and we'll see if Th0's tower strategy is going to be effective enough here. Naga Sea Witch with Crypt Fiends does normally mean very, very heavy damage coming across. As you can take a look, Scout Tower taking a lot more now. Naga Sea Witch coming across here as you are taking a look at the Guard Tower. Guard Tower trying to be repaired. Panda now comes back across the other way. Does have mana, and you see that Crypt Fiend purposely land an attack off onto that Panda as well. You see the Breath of Fire not really hitting anything there. That may have been a little bit of lag causing that problem as the footmen are trying to get into position to try and box out some of these units. Panda does have, or will be able to get a little bit more mana once again as a footman is getting taken down. These units are now trying to head back. Oh, big surround right there. Death Knight does not have enough for a Death Coil. There goes one Crypt Fiend. Are we going to see another Crypt Fiend getting taken down as the skeletal minions, well, join in on the fight? Panda does look like he has Drunken Brawler. Footman now with Defend, so defend, no defend, as they're trying to catch up to all of those targets here. Skeletal minions, nope, nowhere to be found. Rod and Necromancy charge not ready to go as this low hit point Crypt Fiend, well, full hit point Crypt Fiend trying to get away. These guard towers will be completed, and with that, now building that Arcane Vault should not be much of a problem. Panda sitting at 400 hit points needs to back off. He doesn't want to engage, get caught by the cold arrows, or take any additional damage either. Units are now going to be backing off here. Arcane Vault is being sped built back at the natural expansion as we are now looking at a tech to tier 2. TBC BM trying to put on the pressure. Panda first, doing a good job putting down a lot of pressure across multiple units. As you can see, the Arcane Tower also going to be able to feed back some of that damage again. Panda not close to level 3 at all, and that may be a big problem as the Obsidian statues are now starting to, well, heal up much of the damage that the footmen are trying to deal. And that is the problem with the war of attrition. As soon as an Obsidian statue joins in on the fight, the Undead army just seems to have so much power to outlast their opponent. Footmen are just going to go ahead and run straight on into the opponent's bases. It's actually a really bad play here, as the footmen are just going to try and do a straight up run by. Panda, Clarity Potion, Scroll of Regeneration. Units are going to go ahead and regenerate as well. All Th0 is doing is buying himself time, but he needs to do more than just that. He needs to get ahead of him, Just because he's not taking damage doesn't mean that he is actually winning the war. Breath of Fire goes across multiple Nightcrawlers here. Panda's still going to be shy of level 3 after this creep camp. Meanwhile, Death Knight going after the Ogre Magi and Forest Troll Trapper creep camp. Naga Sea Witch should in fact get to level 2 here in just a second. Panda, yeah, just shy of level 3 once more. Does have another Clarity Potion, going to be able to get into about the 200 range. And with this Ogre Warrior creep camp off to the north, very nicely played, he is going to in fact get to level 3. All right, let's take a look at that Ogre Warrior. All of these units are taking a bit of damage. Panda is here ready to go. Are you going to see a Breath of Fire? There you go, Breath of Fire across multiple units. Ogre Warrior, Panda picks up the item here. Breath of Fire across multiple units. Fork Lightning coming back the other way. Panda still has a lot of mana though, and that is something that you do not want to take for granted. Even with double Obsidian statues, that Panda with Breath of Fire could in fact deal a lot of damage across multiple units there as you are taking a look. Still has plenty of mana to go. Another Breath of Fire, 140 damage per unit hit, which is going to start to take a lot more damage again. However, the sheer number of guard towers and now the transition into perhaps riflemen and mortars should be another sign. Panda now looking to back off here at 166. We'll see where all of these units going. There is a lot, actually a lot of footmen out onto the field right now as the Rock Golem now going to come in and join on the fight. Death Knight now gets up to level 3. A couple of unlucky ensnares for Th0. If TBC BM just goes, you know what, let me have these free units, that is absolutely nice again. Footman gonna go ahead and accidentally run to the wrong side, gets taken down once more as the Lich has that, well, very powerful Orb of Corruption. Th000 is in serious trouble. He has nowhere really to run. Where can he go? Panda's gonna get taken out. No, it is not gonna get taken out. We don't even have an Altar of Kings, a hero coming out from the Altar of Kings as of yet, as the Panda buys a potion of healing and a scroll of regeneration very quickly. Okay, guard towers are in position here. Are we going to perhaps see some repairing? That is the problem. This guard tower causing too much damage. And there goes one guard tower with the help of some creeps. Panda, where is it hiding in the backfield here? Rock Golems, is they going to go ahead and engage? Yeah, Rock Golem now going after some of the other targets the other way as you see the Rock Golem getting taken down. Panda now in a little bit of trouble once more, does have a potion of healing. We'll have to use that in just a second. 39 supply compared to 52. As we're looking at Th000 still down by about 12 supply, even more when you consider army sizes since there's so many extra peasants. Panda is going to win the economic race but end up losing the war since he's just feeding experience to his opponent right now, who is now sitting on a level 3, level 2, level 1. Arcane Vault is about to fall. Destroyers up on the high ground there. Crypt Fiend still poking away, and Th000's interesting strategy is, well, definitely falling short. 44 supply compared to 66. A big arcane or a big Frost Nova right there as the Panda now looks to back off. That negative armor still causing problems. More Breath of Fire, but the Destroyers are pretty much still going unchallenged. No Riflemen being trained, but we are getting a squadron of flying machines, so to speak. Breath of Fire goes down again. Meatwagon joining in on the fight. We still do not have a second hero, and we may be perhaps be going into straight siege engines as all of these trees will get taken out. All right, this has just been the strategy. Try and get to tier 3 and then just use straight siege engines as the Town Hall gonna go ahead and suffer more damage. All right, you can see the Town Hall trying to put pressure across here. There are a couple of Destroyers up in the air. Breath of Fire goes across multiple units again. Clarity Potion was lost once more as the Crypt Fiends are still battling it up here. 3 meat wagons lobbing that, well, that attack. That is going to cause some serious problems as the Lich now in position to just remove all of that armor and start picking off all of these units here. Where are the flying machines? Where are the units that actually try and stop all of this damage? I still do not see it. Flying machines are still getting added up here as the siege engines are just kind of stuck. More and more flying machines being added. Double workshops, not enough as TBCBM shuts down the expansion. 49 supply compared to 63. Units are all just trying to run by here. Death Knight getting in some easy shots across all of these units. Meatwagon so powerful. Gonna go ahead and destroy the blacksmith as well. No more riflemen. Are these meat wagons gonna get taken down? That is the question. All right, flying machines are overhead. Panda now here, ready to engage. No orb of fire as the destroyers are gonna get taken down. Well, once the destroyers are all gone, good for you. What's next? You do not have any way to attack the ground. Do we have the bomb upgrades? Yes, we do. Bomb upgrades to perhaps focus down these meat wagons, but we should also be getting web now. Web nearly done. All right, what's going to end up happening first? We are not even getting any upgrades as the farms are about to get taken out. All right, level 2 now on the Lich. Nagasivich about to get to level 3. Death Knight solidly at level 3 as the Panda with Clarity Potions wants to lay down multiple breaths of fire. Okay, guard towers are all here, ready to go. Let's take a look. Flying machines. There is more than 12 siege engines still unable to make their way out. Panda gonna go ahead and engage. Can the Panda with Breath of Fire destroy this entire army? That is going to be the question to be had. And if the Panda gets into level 6, Earthstorm and Fire, well, could come into play. I know it sounds a bit premature, but with the meat wagons and the obsidian statues, both of them are very, very easy targets to get taken down. All right, guard tower about to get finished off here. Let's take a look. Breath of Fire. Is it going to see a Breath of Fire go down across multiple units? One meat wagon. Oh, there is a potion of lesser invulnerability. They're just going straight after those units here. There goes one meat wagon. Breath of Fire goes after another as the unit now needs to go ahead and back off. Meanwhile, One siege engine coming across here. You can take a look. Flying machines now joining in on the fight. Going to straight up bomb this building extremely quickly. And there is only 3 things that are really able to attack back right now. Panda is still going after to engage. Does have enough for a breath of fire. Does not get those 2 units down, though, as the Panda, very low on hit points, being forced to scroll a town portal back. Flying machines trying to engage here. Siege engine needs to get into position. This one spirit tower getting massively repaired, and it looks as though those siege engines are just going to end up falling apart. Siege engines, flying machines, all taken down. No additional upgrades whatsoever. Acolytes, so much repairing going on. And TBCBM will, in fact, hold this location here. Panda now making its way over. Is it going to be able to do anything at all? Not 100% sure. Trying to get back. Getting near maximum mana. Death Coil does remove that Clarity Potion, and he may even consider using that Scroll of Regeneration. More siege engines being added, but TBCBM seems like he is in the driver's seat of this game. He does not have any problems whatsoever. That pressure so powerful as the Death Knight now needs to back up. All right, new expansion now trying to be added. Lots of guard towers to be had. Panda sitting at level 3. All right, Potion of Invulnerability used in time as the siege, or excuse me, the Obsidian statues are trying to use a Breath of Fire. Siege engines once again making their way out. Cold arrows coming down. Is that Panda going to be able to escape away? Perhaps he should have used that Staff of Teleportation while he used that Potion of Invulnerability. Not sure why he didn't do exactly that, as the siege engines are now looking to back up again. TBCBM says, you know what? I don't need to attack you right now. I'm going to find the right opportunity to engage. I know I have, well, a commanding lead in terms of heroes. 4-3-3 here in just a second, as where's the Lich? Lich is actually 4-3-2, almost level 3, as the Acolytes are also repairing these siege engines back at home. New expansion coming across. Will it be able to pay for itself? I do not believe so. The Death Knight still in the driver's seat in this game, able to take down all of the major creep camps out across the map, picking up another item. Unholy Aura on a Death Knight. Well, obviously not the best item there. I do imagine he will be selling that in just a second. Meanwhile, Lich now backing off once more. Death Knight gonna go ahead, hold on to that Unholy Aura item just a little bit longer until the Ogre Magi is taken down. Destroyers back out onto the field. There goes a little bit more. Sells the item, picks up a Scroll of the Beast and a Wand of Wind. And this is just going to be straight up pure domination in this game. 40 supply compared to 66. It's going to be a 4-3-3 going up against a single level 3, maybe level 4 Panda. I don't remember if he got any more experience. As you can see, the Flying Machine taking a lot of damage from that Destroyer. Units aren't going to be looking to back off here. Flying Machine looking to get away. What is going to happen? As we look back down to the south, we are getting level 3 masonry upgrades on all of these buildings, so that damage is going to be going to be able to absorb a lot of damage, but the destroyers are still right here. Destroyer not getting picked apart right here, and that's just a problem of focus fire not engaging. Multiple siege engines ready to rush on in. Panda was hoping to get a breath of fire off, does get that off. Lich is now back here, getting that -5 armor, which is incredibly important, as we now see the unit's going to be teleporting straight up on top. Counted, only 1 unit was taken down here. Panda wants to get inside here, get a breath of fire off, does get a breath of fire off, doesn't hit the meat wagon. Fork Lightning not very effective against a single unit, but what really can be done here? 2 siege engines going up against the majority of this army, with Acolytes opting to repair. This is not going to go well, as we are now down to 1 siege engine left. Panda is sitting at level 4 using that Clarity Potion, but that Panda, even with his Breath of Fire, even if it gets to level 3, is not going to be able to do all that much. Flying Machine still flying overhead, keeping track of all of these units. It is only 1-0 upgrades. If you remember, Blacksmith was taken out earlier, as the militia are now making their way off to the north. Panda getting close to maximum mana, will max out at 285, has a Scroll of Town Portal, is going to be ready to engage here in just a second. Guard Tower is trying to finish off units as a big Frost Nova melts a peasant in just a single second. Siege engines once again making their way over. This is double slaughterhouse in order to get more of those meat wagons. Siege engines trying to finish off more buildings here. Meat wagon are going to go ahead and engage as the buildings are just absolutely getting destroyed. There you go. More and more units getting taken out. Finally, another guard tower will get taken out as well, as the acolytes just doing a good job repairing all of these units here. Breath of fire going across multiple units once again. The panda does have a potion of invulnerability, hoping to finish off a handful of ghouls. And is it going to be able to finish off that ghoul? That is the question, as the, well, Breath of Fire does finish off a little bit more there. One base to one base, but yeah, the game was never really that close. The economic score, even though he mined about 10,000 more, almost double the amount of gold in this matchup, still wasn't enough. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.